Messy desk. Okay, so normally my stickers, I buy like Happy Planner and other stickers. They come in a they come in a book, and so it's like a big old notepad of things, but it's not very feasible to keep them in the book because it's hard to store and categorize. So what I do is I take them apart. I put a flange, a hinge, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. I don't know. On them so that instead of just being a sheet, they. This is a sheet from an old sheet from Happy Planner. So they've got a little bit that sticks out here. I just use scratch paper or garbage paper. This used to be a stockpile inventory list of Prismacolor color pencils that I didn't need anymore, and I just tear them down, full width of a sheet of notebook paper. Fold it in half, tear it, fold it in half again, and tear it. And then I get double-sided sticky tape. I buy this on Amazon. I think it's like 5/16 wide or something like that. I'll try and get the link for this and put this down there. And I put 2 lines of it, one on the very edge, which goes, when you peel it, it goes here on the paper. One just about an inch-ish down, and that one will go like kind of like on the edge of the sticker sheet so that you still have this part up here. And then I've got a 3-hole punch that is set for the half binders, the 5, I think they're 5x8 or 6x9 inch, mini binders. And then I have a binder for each subject. So like I have one for each of the seasons: summer, spring, summer. Let's try this again. We'll try to go in order: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And then I have one for metallics. I have one for I call it celestial because it's got like astronomy stickers, astrology stickers, stars, that kind of thing. I have one for pets, and then I just put them in there. I have enough stickers. I'm actually going to start a second summer binder here very soon. I don't keep track of which books these were from. When I started this, I was writing on the back what book they were from, but I'm like, they change so frequently. Like they'll take one out of stock, they'll bring in new stuff, and so it's not like I'm gonna go and rebuy books in order to resupply. By the time that I use up all these sheets for summer, like this one, by the time I use the sheet, they'll come out with another book that will probably be just as cute or cuter. So what's the use in keeping track of the books that they're from? So this is one of the ways that I have been organizing my office, trying to make it neat and clean, that kind of thing. The other thing too that I have been working on has been making my own stuff. So like this is just plain printer paper. This one is kind of a witchy vibe. There's Siffy. She has to be on everything. She's my heart dog. Tea. I am not a coffee drinker. I drink tea. Faces of the Moon. Books, because let's face it, I do a lot of reading. Food storage. Let's see. So this I used ChatGPT. I gave it some reference pictures of photographs I'd taken, like of Sif, my Pomsky, and myself. And at first they made her look like really skinny and svelte and sexy. I'm like, dude, I am not. I'm my shape is pudding. My shape is not sexy and svelte and, So I told him, I said, hey, make me a little chubbier. So the program added in a little bit of chubby cheeks, that kind of thing, which I thought was pretty awesome. I could go in and I could manipulate it and make it my own. I'm really like poppies. So I had him add poppies and wheat and, excuse me, my voice. I picked the color palette. This palette is called Deep Autumn. There's a witch's hat. I love witch's hats. I have several. I would wear them every day if I didn't think that I would get stoned living here in the Bible Belt. Cauldron. I just thought these were so much fun with October coming up. I've already started working on my October book. I have it almost ready to go. I have my September book ready to go, which I did some creating for it as well. I made some washi strips for September. I don't know if this is coming through very well. This one says harvest at home, store it, rotate it, use it. I guess I should put my glasses on. That might make it a little easier. Wheat berries, or wheat and berries maybe, and drinking water, little Berkey water barrels, water bottles, produce apples and squashes. I think this is supposed to be oil, or maybe another water container. Canned food. This one is because I did a whole couple of sheets because September is National Preparedness Month, and I wanted to reflect that. Let's see. I did a whole sheet for ordainment. I am an ordained minister as well as being a complete lunatic, so I wanted to reflect that. Tea is holy food. Yes, it is. Strengths: empathy, leadership, creativity, faith, discipline, humor. Called, chosen, loved. I thought that was awesome. And again, it tried to make me this skinny little sexy, like dragon rider svelte type of individual, and I'm not. So I had him go in and redo it. It gave me chubby little cheekies, which was awesome. It was great. And so I've been on a creating kick. This is again something that it created in ChatGPT based on reference photos that I put on here, put in. So I was able to put in, I have several photos of me back when I had fringe, or some people call them bangs. I had several pictures of me in black dresses and long flowy dusters and things like that. So that's where I got that from. I have this one was when I told it, show me journaling, and again I gave it the reference photos for myself, and it was change that, etc. If this type of stuff is something that you guys are interested in, I could make these up and put them up on a website somewhere, probably for sale, probably for like $1 a piece or something like that. I don't know. Just something I'm playing around with. I know a lot of people are against AI because generative AI, the companies aren't very ethical. I wish that they were. Unfortunately, also, I know AI is something we can't get away from. It's in everything we do. If you go to a bank website, more often than not, you're using AI. If you shop at Target, eBay, Etsy, Walmart, you're using AI. Now, that's functional AI versus generative, but it still goes through the exact same data servers. It still uses resources, and it's not very ethically done. I would like to push the data centers and companies to become more ethical as far as how they use our planet's resources, especially our freshwater resources. And I'm not really sure how I'm going to campaign to do that, because it's not really it's not realistic. I think that's the word I'm going for. It's not realistic to say, oh, don't use generative AI, or just don't use AI. How dare you? Just don't. Because you cannot be on the internet without using at least functional AI, if not generative AI. Your news websites use both for their stories. Every social media platform uses functional AI just to sort their messages. If you make a post or a comment, you're on there. If you're surfing and scrolling a wall, you're using functional AI. I would like to try to find a way to start petitioning these companies to start being more ethically and morally responsible as far as the resources they use. I don't believe this technology is going anywhere. I don't want this technology to go anywhere. I want us to move forward as a species and as a country. And I think that this is the next logical step in the technology we use. I mean, the computers we use that now sit on our desks that are, 2 feet tall or less, used to take up an entire room. And now look at how small they are. And that's because of the advancement forward of technology, and it is a real boon to us as a species. I think it's got quite a bit of a positive use. We just need to be better marshals. Move our technology forward while still being responsible for the impact we have on our state, our nation, our city, and our world, as well as hopefully ultimately our universe, because I feel we really need to get off this planet. All of our eggs are in one basket. Our bags, oh my goodness, all of our eggs are in one basket. If a meteor comes and slams into the planet like they say it did and killed off the dinosaurs, or several other times when it came in and it caused species bottlenecks, we're in trouble. And we kind of need to get off of this planet in order to facilitate the next phase of humanity. And to do that, we need to handle the resources. We need to marshal the resources. We need to use them responsibly. We need to use them morally. And we need to know what we're doing so that when we do step off this world and hopefully onto a new world, new planet, into the frontier, we don't go to another planet just to destroy it. We can responsibly use the resources there that we will be hopefully handed and have the ability to then use. There's my rant for the day. Here's another strip. For some reason, when I print these off of my phone, maybe there's a setting. I use a Samsung S23 Ultra phone. And for some reason, when I go to the website ChatGPT and I bring this up and print it out on my printer, which is an Epson 2600 series, they look muddy. You see how it kind of mutes all the colors, kind of like there's a gray film over it, almost feeling. When I print from my computer, let's see if I can find something that's, for instance, with this one, it's much clearer, as you can see. I'll put the two together here. See how this one's very clear and crisp, and this one's very muddy looking. If anybody has any ideas on that, please let me know, because I would really like this. I mean, this is acceptable. It's just going into my planner/journal. But if anybody has any ideas on how I can demudify this, it would be great. There's a little mortar and pestle, another teacup, a little lamp, a dream catcher. I am Native American. Even though dream catchers really aren't inherently Native American, they're pretty steeped in our culture anymore. Kind of like fur bread. I mean, we didn't have fry bread traditionally until after we were put on reservations. So, there's a black cat. I normally don't do cats. I normally change everything to Pomskis, but you know, it was just kind of cute. A little floral journal. There we have your fortune teller's ball, your gazing ball, some crystals. So yeah, the difference between the two is quite striking as far as the detail and the color goes. So I'm not sure if there's a setting I need to look at in my HP app on my phone, or if it's just the nature of the beast and I should try to transfer everything over. My computer is having issues right now. It's running out of room. It's so old I can't update from Windows 10 to Windows 11 either. So I might have to break down and just go for a whole new computer, which makes me very sad. I've had this computer for, oh gosh, 10 years. Maybe not quite that long. Maybe about 7 or 8 years. So it's been a companion, but in the world of our tech, as I was just talking about with the AI, it is a proverbial dinosaur. Again, I'm gonna see if I can find this stuff. Bailing bear is what's on the inside. I don't know. Can you see that? I'll post the link down in the description for everybody. And pardon the sniffling, by the way. I have horrible allergies, and I have already taken my allergy pill. I was allergic when I was in Oregon. I've lived in Oregon for 54 years. We just moved to Louisiana a few months back, and I'm dying here, so nothing new. Yeah, still nothing but a sniffle monster. So, okay, there you go. I will get this all together. I will try to put the link up for you. If you've stayed this long, thank you for watching. Give me a subscribe, give me a like. At some point, I would love to do a live. Maybe not until I get my computer up and running, because it might be a little rough to do that on the phone. Thanks, folks. Have a great day.